Hope you guys had a great weekend. In this video, I want to go over the stocks that I am watching for this week. We got a lot of shares and different option plays and setups to watch for. We got some very nice small account challenges plays. We got a very nice share play, $9 share play on RIOT. And in this video, I want to go in very in depth to keep you guys prepared. Now, subscribe with notifications on if you guys have not already. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. I did a face reveal on Instagram for a limited time. I'm going to have a whole new YouTube channel dedicated to fitness and whatnot. That's going to be a later update. But let's get started into this video. Now, we have Fed Chair Powell speaking on Tuesday. So this is going to be causing some volatility this week. But the very important thing that we have happening this week is we have earnings season getting ready. Okay, we have banks starting off the earnings season, banks and airlines. So on Tuesday, we got United Airlines, Interactive Brokers, we got PNC, Johnson & Johnson, United Health Group, Bank of America. On Wednesday, we have Discover, US Bancorp reporting earnings. And Thursday, we're going to have, tech starting to report. We got Netflix, we got TSMC, which is going to affect the semiconductor industry, and then Friday we got Procter & Gamble. So we have earnings season coming up where a lot of big blue chip companies, tech companies are going to be reporting earnings, and that is going to be causing some volatility for the markets. Volatility like Microsoft or Meta going up 10% in a day or going down 10% in a day, that is going to cause a lot of volatility. So for example, Meta has earnings coming up on Wednesday, April 24th. We got a lot of earnings coming up, and this is all setting up. So let's get started with the SPY, the S&P 500, which is in a downtrend channel. So we trade sideways, we break out, we trade sideways, we break out. But right now we are in this downtrend channel right now where we are kind of flagging right here. So we are going to be bullish above 517, but the overall market is just trading sideways. If we take a look at QQQ looks better. This is the tech ETF, so Meta, Google, Apple, Microsoft. QQQ looks amazing here. One of my number one plays for this week. QQQ is telling us a lot that we are just trading sideways and we are cooling off from a massive run up to the upside. Now, we are trading sideways in anticipation for the earnings that are coming up for tech and the overall market. So the two levels for QQQ is the support at 433, and then we have a resistance at 446. A close above 446 is bullish, because then we have broken the trend to the upside, like we have previously done. But a close below is going to be bearish to potentially fill this gap to the downside. So I think it is all really going to depending on, what happens on earnings for QQQ. But for this week, what I want to do is I want to play weekly calls. I want to, start scalping off the level of support for QQQ. So right when we hit the level of support, I do a day trade. I get the closest expiration, and then I just play a quick bounce on like the 5-minute time frame and get in a quick 20-50%. If you're playing very, very close expiration for QQQ or for SPY, the gains are going to be incredible, and just play the quick bounces off of the level of support. So this is what I am taking a look at for QQQ. The first play that I'm looking at is Nike, and I am in Nike shares. We had a call option play on Nike. So if I go to the Discord, you guys can join the Discord, link in the description, but we had a lot of incredible plays, but we had a loss on Nike where it closed below the level of support, and now we have this descending triangle formation on Nike. So the play is still in play for Nike, but you just need the longer expiration. So especially for options, you have to really time the market. So I'm taking a look at potentially a 1 year out call out for Nike calls. I am already in shares. I think this is an amazing play. I got 10 shares for Nike. It's going to be an easy 30% gain in a year. So I really love the play. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, massive support. It is at a very low level on the weekly daily time frame, sitting at almost 2019 levels. And I'm just very bullish on Nike. Just have the stop loss closed below $88. So this is going to be the first play, swing play, shares play for Nike, still in play. Again, great play for shares and 1 year out call options. Next, we got Microsoft for a swing in a day trade, so a closer expiration option play. We're taking a look at Microsoft, where Microsoft is consolidating and trading sideways a lot. Now, we had this, we played this, and we played this. And then I think we played the bounce off here for Microsoft on the Discord. So we played all of these previous setups on Microsoft. And right now, Microsoft, like QQQ, like the overall market, is just consolidating between these zones. And it is looking absolutely amazing. The golden play is just playing the bounce off of the level of support. So when we get down and when we hit the level of support, you just grab the closest expiration and play the bounce, have the stop loss close below. But this is going to be the perfect bread and butter setup for this week. You just need to hold this level and just really buy the dip and here. Now, we can also play the breakout, but again, we got earnings coming up. Since QQQ and the overall market is trading sideways, we're all kind of just waiting on earnings. We're waiting to see, what the earnings say and what happens, because I think that is going to be the deciding factor on do we break this trend to the upside or to the downside. Now, the next play we have is a play on semiconductors AMD, which is sitting at a nice level of support right here. So same really thing, weekly call options, sell before the earnings, but pretty much weekly call options for AMD. Stop loss closed below 162. I'm taking a look at to buy calls right at market open. I think this is the perfect entry right here. Closest expiration, because I just want to play a quick bounce. Okay, just play these really small quick bounces and just quick in and out, because I don't really like the waiting game. We had a lot of plays, like for example Apple, where we played the calls off the level of support. I just want to be in and out quick. I don't want to have like a waiting game like we did with the Nike. So AMD looks good. Now SMCI is another semiconductor similar to AMD, similar to NVIDIA. It has a descending triangle setup. Now again, key thing, we have earnings coming up. Earnings are going to be absolutely huge, but this setup looks great for puts. If we start breaking below 848, we could see that SMCI has at a incredible setup. Incredible run, up over like 250% in less than 2 to 3 months. So we can see that we're kind of trading sideways. We also have this head and shoulder. So I'm just taking a look at a put play, puts below 848 to follow through with this head and shoulder and descending triangle. It really looks a lot like when all these hype stocks kind of like, try topping out, and then we have a massive pressure to the downside. So potentially some puts on SMCI, but we can see that let's see what it does, puts below, or we can play calls to the upside if it breaks above 973. So next I'm watching is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be huge. We have the halving coming up, which is a huge catalyst. Now I want to play shares on RIOT, ticker symbol RIOT. This is a Bitcoin mining company, and it pretty much follows through with Bitcoin. And I'm taking a look at RIOT, where we're sitting at this very nice level of support, and I just want to play shares, no call options. So a quick bounce, easy 20%, potentially 100%, but I just love this amazing chart on the weekly and daily time frame where we are just buying calls off of the level of support. So I absolutely love this chart for RIOT, especially with the halving that is coming up for the Bitcoin catalyst. So shares for RIOT. Next, we got Home Depot. Home Depot looks very nice for a play off the support for weekly call options or shares. So let's take a look at potentially shares, but pretty much on the weekly time frame, we had this massive ascending triangle, massive resistance. It broke above, and then we kind of came back and are testing this level of support. So this is what I am taking a look at for Home Depot. Just one more red day and just play a quick bounce, just a very nice quick bounce. The RSI is oversold, but just play a quick bounce, probably a closest expiration, and then just sell it in a green day. So this is what I'm taking a look at for Home Depot, just to play a quick bounce. Next, we have ENPH. ENPH also has earnings coming up, so just beware. Sell before earnings, or we can play this setup after earnings. So ENPH looks incredible. We played this in the Discord, I believe. So if I go up, so yeah, we played ENPH here. We had a very nice 35%. I believe it went over 100% on this contract, but we could see that ENPH has this very nice ascending triangle setup. As long as if we hold this level of support, we are looking good. And then we also have this very nice critical level of support, which is 134, and this is also a energy stock. So energy stocks are extremely hot right now, especially with the war that is going on. But we're taking a look at ENPH. I'm taking a look at if it comes back below at the level of support to play call options on, or to play shares. Shares is going to be a nice 18%, but I'm definitely waiting after earnings. So I'm going to see what happens after earnings, and then I'll decide what I want to do. But definitely adding it to my watch list for this week as well as next week. Next, we got a very nice shares play, very similar to the play on ENPH. I'm looking at a nice dip buy on TWLO. So if we kind of come back to the level of support. Now, one thing that I want to remind is both of these setups, ENPH and TWLO, remind me of our previous setups on Autodesk as well as Snow. So Snow had a symmetrical triangle. We peaked, we came back down, and then we broke out. So Snow and Autodesk, very similar setup to plays on our TWLO as well as ENPH. So watching both of these setups into this week and next week. Next, we got BABA. Now, I absolutely hate Chinese stocks, especially with China. I've lost over 10,000. I think it was recorded on my YouTube channel. I lost over 10,000 personally just on Alibaba leap call options. So I'm definitely staying away, but I'm just taking a look at this setup because with China and China cracking down and it not being a Chinese stock, because we know a lot about Alibaba. It's a very profitable company, but it's just that with China, investors are not touching the stock. But we can see that we have a very nice setup for Alibaba on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, where we are just trading between these zones. Kind of looks like our bread and butter concept on just playing calls off the level of support or playing the bounce off the level of support like we did with Roblox. So Alibaba has a solid level of support. Just playing I want to play shares, just shares, but I'm probably not going to play this, just leave it on the YouTube. But the chart looks great. So overall, I'm also taking a look at Coinbase. So I want to add another play to my watch list. So with Bitcoin setting up, I'm taking a look at Coinbase. Coinbase looks absolutely amazing right here. So as you guys know, we have the halving coming up. Halving is going to be absolutely huge. Earnings is far away for Coinbase, but we could see that Coinbase is setting up incredibly. The great thing is that this is a symmetrical triangle setup, so we can either play calls to the upside or puts to the downside. So I'm definitely watching Coinbase for this week. I think this is going to be probably one of my number one plays. It's going to be high up there for my watch list. But I'm watching Coinbase for this week. I just, remembered I forgot to add it to my watch list, but I'm adding into this week, next week. Coinbase is going to be a huge play, and I'll keep you guys updated on Discord. If you guys have not already, make sure to join the Discord. You guys can join the Discord, and we're doing a 50% off lifetime subscription. Just use code 2024. So you just click get access, and then you just put the coupon code 2024 and you'll get 50% off. We are doing multiple small account challenges, but most importantly, our main small account challenge is the 20,000 to 30,000. The $20,000 account is already at $35,000. It only has one long-term play, and we're on point to hitting 100,000 100,000 by next year. And then, you know, this play has absolutely been killing it over at $2,000 right now. So if you guys want to join the Discord, make sure to use the coupon code 2024, and see you guys later. Take care. Bye.